Hey guys, and welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we're going to be getting into some complicated auto crafting, so I hope you guys are ready. So on the docket list today is Xnet, and also a little bit of Mekanism, and we might do a little bit of prepping for some adventure for the next couple of episodes as well, which I really want to get into. But let's talk about probably one of the best, I would definitely say one of the best sorting mods in this whole pack, and that is going to be Xnet. And you can see right here I have a controller in my hand from the mod Xnet. Let's just go ahead and get our pipe routing set up, and we're going to talk a little bit about this. Now it does need some power, so I'm going to hook it right in. You can see right there it hooks into the power, and we're ready to go. So what I want to do is I want to power each one of these metallurgic infusers, which I'm technically already powering them from the back. I could hide this a little bit better. As long as this has power, we can actually take power from it and share that power with a connector somewhere to these guys. But I'm just going to leave them how they are right now. And then I'm going to show you what we're going to do as far as running cables around. So at this point on the top is probably going to be the best place to hook these up. And you know what? I could probably save myself a whole lot of headache if I put this, let's say, right over here instead. If I say put this in the wall over here where I have one of these pipes connected, it'll probably be a little bit quicker. I love how they're just going, By the way, I'm going to show you, since these guys are rudely interrupting. Oh, yeah, it's just one of these guys. Wait, what are you selling? Ooh, you got some of this powder and blue ice, but I don't really want it. I can make that stuff. But I'll go ahead and get you out of here. Man, my goodness, man. Always interrupting me. always coming up in this place and interrupting me. Okay, so now that is all situated, I went ahead and got the controller hooked up in here. And we can kind of look and see that it is currently powered. Now, to run cable, you need some just plain Jane network cables, and then we also have a couple of different types of connectors. So I have a blue connector, which is our standard, and then you have an advanced connector. So the blue connector can connect to one side of an inventory or one side of a machine, whereas the advanced, when it's connected to the machine, lets you import into all the sides. So you don't have to specifically place it on the side you want it to activate on, which is really handy for what we're about to do. So yeah, I need to get these connected, and I think this should automatically connect. Like I'm going to place an advanced connector right here, and you can see it is connected. I'm going to place an advanced connector there and advanced connector there. And you can see it just connected to this inventory here. And I'm pretty sure this will let me connect to the sides of this machine. You can see the directions here. I think that is all the sides that it will connect to, but we're gonna we'll test that out in here. I think if not, I'll be rearranging this whole setup. It's funny because you know, I know a little bit about a lot of these mods, but I'm not a master of all the mods, so I do know my way around a few, but knowing the intricate ins and outs of them, I don't always know. So it does take a little bit of time to learn that stuff, but you can see it's connected to the chest, which is actually good because I wanted it to be. And I'm gonna go ahead and connect it to the power down here as well, just to give us a power line. And we can name this power. So that is now named, and we know what it is. This is going to be, let's see, infuser 1, or I guess you could say redstone. So infuser redstone. And this will be infuser for, so I need 3 of them. This is going to be probably diamond. And then the other one is going to be for obsidian. And I just, you know, I name them so they're easier to see in here, because you can now see all of them, and it now specifies. This one up here I can change, and hopefully it doesn't change the whole block. This is inventory. It changes for the whole thing. Okay. So slash infuser, and also infuser for, this was diamond, right? There we go. Awesome. So we're set up, I hope. And I can see all these different blocks. This is going to be for energy. Let's go ahead and create our first channel, and that is going to be energy. And we're going to name this energy. I think this is for searching right here. Or I guess we call it power. Probably going to be the best. And you can enable or disable them. We're going to want to send power here, and power here. This is already receiving power, so no need to do that. And you can see this is set on insert, 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 and we're good, right? Right here, it says which side to operate. So we can actually change the side. And for us, we need to focus on... What side are we facing? West. So we actually want this to power from the west side, which is going to be the back. So let's set this to west, which they already are. That one needs to be set to west. Perfect. Now these should all be getting power. Now I do need to reroute all of this stuff. So let's create a new channel, and this one's going to be for routing. Let's go ahead and work on routing items into here, because we do have to be very specific on the items, and we are going to need 2 separate channels, I believe, for the items. Let's go ahead and create this channel, and we're going to name this other, which is going to be the material that actually goes into the slot, goes into the left slot. This purple slot here is called extra. I think I should probably just name it extra, right? Let's name it extra. So extra. And then we also need a logic channel, or I guess it needs to be item, not logic. I'm thinking logic because, man, all of these different channels are all... every mod names its things differently. This needs to be an item channel. My bad. Extra. There we go. And I'm glad we can copy channels. That's nice. And this is going to be just regular items. Okay. So we have these 2 different channels, and we need to pull from this chest in both of them. So we can go ahead and create that and set these both to extract, right? And I'm going to set this to stack, just so we have faster transfer rate. And then on here is where we need to configure. So right here, we need to actually extract. It probably doesn't really matter, but we can extract this from the bottom or down, which it's already connected to. But on these, you're going to really need to specify, because we actually need to be facing this way, which is going to be south. So all of our extra items, going to create for that, they need to be facing south. And same goes for this, south. And same goes for this. I hope you guys are able to understand this. And behind here, I have, of course, a standard crafter, which is going to send the items. We're basically fully automating some of these metallurgic infuser crafting recipes. So I'm also going to end up setting up another enricher factory over here, or enrichment factory. That'll be separate to another automation process that is going to also allow this to be automated more. But for right now, I just need the materials to set up the filters. So from within here, from within this right here, let's go ahead and set up our extra side, right? Extras. And we're going to start off with this one. This is going to be the obsidian one. And we need to make sure that this is actually set up with a filter. So yeah, we need to set up a filter on here. Right now it's in blacklist mode, but right by default it's set to whitelist mode. So all we got to do is add the corresponding block, which is his obsidian. So obsidian. And there, it's whitelisted. And I need to do the same for this one, which is going to be diamond. And we need to put enriched diamond for this. And then over here is going to be redstone. So we just plop the redstone in. And that should technically have this ready to go. So I've completely already messed up. I need to actually put this in here and replace that filter for our first one, our obsidian one. It doesn't actually need to be obsidian dust. It needs to be this product here, which we only get, well, now I got to get in here, refined. There we go. We need to replace it with the refined variant. There we go. That is much better. Okay, so that is going to basically send refined into this metallurgic infuser. And then this is going to be redstone. Now I'm trying to come up with the materials that I need for all this other stuff for this side, which is going to place it on the north side. And this can only accept 2 separate things as well, which is going to be iron and osmium. And now this one, I definitely know, which is the diamond. This one is going to need to accept the dust as the stuff that goes technically into this side, which is how I have it configured. And then on the other one, that one we're going to kind of wait till here in a second, because this right here, if we look up Infuser, you can see there's also other tiers of Infuser, by the way. We can always upgrade them later. But if we take a look at all the stuff we can do with it, you can see this makes a control circuit. This requires an infused alloy on the diamond one. So I just kind of need to remember that. I think there's only 2 on that. But as far as the refined goes, it just needs a refined alloy. And that's basically all that needs, like all that can use. It's kind of taking it through its upgrade process. And we are going to need all of these upgrades. So don't think you're not going to need that, because it is like really important. So let's just kind of keep this in mind. We need the infused alloy, and that's basically it. So infused alloy, and then we're also going to need to take that infused alloy that we make. So this is going to go in the diamond one. Infused alloy for the diamond, yes. So also accepts infused alloy. And then this needs to be done over here. So let's go ahead and put this through the ropes, and then we'll take that product, and that is what we'll set up for this one, which is going to be the obsidian. So it is also running out of power, which it shouldn't be. And did it just consume the item? Our energy is set up. Oh, we never on our power channel, we never actually created the extract. Wow. So there we go. But it just ate that in. Oh my gosh. It completely just ate. Oh no, it didn't. Oh, it made it. Oh, it just had just barely enough. Okay. So, man, all of this gets kind of confusing. I'm trying to make it as easy to understand as possible. But there we go. So this is all of our setups, and we also need to make the processes for all of it. And I also need to basically set this enrichment chamber. I'm going to make another one and set the enrichment chamber up for this process as well. And it's actually going to place the items in here. I might as well just add it to the group of stuff over here. And yeah, I'll get that all set up. So I went ahead and placed it over here. Now, the only thing I really need to do to this is I'm going to need to create an insert for power. And since it was empty, it now has all the power it needs. And then also we need to set up another channel over here. So we need to basically define or redefine this. And this is also going to need to be separate as well. As you can see, there's different items that go certain places. We need to define this and say, all right, well, this needs to go in here. And basically it's going to be processed. It's going to pull out of this chest and it's going to be processed over here. So we can actually go ahead and set this to the main insert. Might as well. And I believe this needs to be facing the top. I went ahead and set that one to the top. So it will be up on the upside, I assume. That's how it's going to be. And then we need to set this to grind up obsidian. And I think that's just about it for right now. Later on I can add some other things. But technically if I put obsidian in here right now, it will do its thing. Now I just need to go ahead and make the patterns for everything, place them in the pattern chest, and then I'm going to show you how you can actually just cover all this up with some really awesome facades. So just for those of you who may actually be like following along like exactly to try and recreate this, I did forget this one. I do need to put a diamond in here and make it so that way it reads a diamond, because a normal diamond does not actually process in here. So I'm also going to need to make sure diamonds get filtered out. And you can see right here in this kind of setup, I do have some supplementary crafting recipes that are going to go on. Basically, this is another enrichment chamber craft. So I will need obsidian. It makes that. And then technically, this right here is refined obsidian dust to make enriched obsidian. I think that's the process as this ends up making. in order to get that like final product that we need, even though I think the enriched dust works. So all I need to do now is place the crafts that actually need to be processed into this one that is processing. These are actually crafting recipes, and I believe this one, yeah, it's definitely processed. I'm gonna have to change these though, as they are crafting and I set them up as the wrong thing. So osmium ingots and redstone dust make the basic. And then these are also the other processing that we need done. I got to change these. These are actually crafting recipes. So I just need to place them in and just redo them. And to do that, let me, I can just go ahead and do that here. So I'm going to pull out my patterns and I'll change this from processing. And let's go ahead and just make this. So what I was basically changing was this. Let's see. Did I already removed them? There we go. So this right here is the process I need. There we go. So that is being changed. Same for this one. It's just a regular crafting recipe. And then I'll change this last one. Bam. And so I do have a crafter set up for this, for just regular crafts for this whole process right here. So now we technically should have everything ready to go. At least I hope so. Now, as far as these facades go, basically whatever block you shift right click on will place it as. So I'm going to place this block here, and you can see it covers it up quite nicely, right? I don't think, yeah, it's just whatever block you click on. You don't even have to shift click it. You just click on it in general and it will allow you to place it. So that allows us to cover up those blocks. And for right here, I'm just going to go ahead and fill this back in. And then we can test it out. Now, I can't access this chest, but I do want to put this through the test. So now, with Mekanism, I should be able to craft, like, the top tier alloy. And we just want to craft one and start this recipe. And that should hopefully... Well, it's going to do it, but I honestly should have... Let's do two. Let's go ahead and do two of them. Let's go and do one more. There we go. We can see all the different items for it. And that should kick up the process. So it did go ahead and actually place one of the diamonds in here, but it would have started the craft. And all the items get put in this chest, and because things are getting routed properly, it should work. That should automatically be dumping. Oh, the slot. By the way, you have to configure these to the right stuff as well. So this is on the output. There we go. And same goes for this output. And you just want to make sure everything is set up properly. This needs to be on the output. And make sure you still have your sides configured like you're supposed to. Like on this one. Sides are configured like it's supposed to be. Perfect. Now we should have... with Mekanism, we now should have auto crafting for this. And if you remember, I believe it's Shift Alt, or not Shift Alt, Control Alt. When you have items in here that can be crafted. Or no, Control Shift, my bad. Let's just go ahead and make 10 of them. If we do have enough materials. Looks like we do. It is going to enrich some diamond for this process. Now, once enough diamonds are in here, things should work. Now, you've seen it was going in there kind of slow, right? And I think that has to do with this. This is set to stack, and that's set to stack. So no, it should go in there. The priority insert. Maybe it's just something to do with the insert being slower. I don't know. But anyways, it is working. And then when it gets enough, it will send it over here. And hopefully we shouldn't end up with anything backed up. Right? There's nothing backed up in this chest, so that's promising. That means things are functioning like they're supposed to. And before we know it, we're going to have our materials over here. Oh man, it makes me so happy when stuff actually works out. Look at that. Now we got 12 atomic alloy. And the reason I wanted to do all this is because this actually gets us into the really advanced stuff that Mekanism has to offer. So it gets us into some of the advanced machines, some of the advanced processors and teleportation systems and different things that Mekanism can do. And we can also make ourselves a little robot, which is so cute. That is another one of the things that we can also do, as you can see. And it's going to be heavily needed. All these things are technically going to be automated. Also, we can make the digital miner, which will mine for us. However, we don't have enough. Honestly, we don't have enough power for it. But it is a start, right? So that is definitely a start. We can also make ourselves this hammer, or an atomic disassembler, which is amazing. This is a really, really nice tool if you have the power for it. I know we already have amazing picks, and like I keep like it's getting redundant at this point, but it's fun. It's fun to have, and I actually think it looks kind of cool. It's like a rocket powered pick. It's pretty wicked. I don't even, can we make that thing yet? I'm sure we can, right? Mechanism, it has different modes as well. It has several modes. Oh yeah, we can totally make it. Look at that. The only thing we need is a refined ingot, which apparently, why do I not know how to make a refined ingot? Osmium compressor. That is probably why, because it needs osmium, liquid osmium. Right? And we can actually make, let's go ahead and just make 10 of these, and then like these are going to auto craft on their own. But that's still like, this is something that we probably need to go ahead and make. You know, while we're here, what all am I missing? And I think, yeah, if we need liquid osmium, we have to use some other method of obtaining that, unless that's just like a side effect of doing this process. We're gonna find out when we place this. It's been a long time since I've messed around with Mekanism, so some machines are honestly like still rather new to me. This is our power cell, isn't it? I think this is a hookup. Let's grab in here. Mech. Logistical, universal cable. You can always throw one of these machines in here. Alright, let's see. It says empty right here. So, osmium. And then, what was that? Refined obsidian that we needed? And disassembler. So I know we're doing a bunch of crafting and stuff like that, but I mean, this is just a part. So yeah, we do need a piece of refined. So one refined, and when we can go ahead and make that. Now I don't think I might kind of go in and change some of these recipes, because it looks like even with this, we might need to do like 2 refined obsidian per use, because this enriched diamond is generating more than this is consuming each time. It's not a 1-to-1 ratio. And unfortunately, there's nothing that really tells me what the ratios are. So I'm kind of at its, whim. So refined. Throw this in here. Osmium. Oh, it adds it in there. That's what I thought it was going to do. So there we go. We keep that going. And this should get us an ingot. At least I hope so. There we go. And voila. We can now craft that pretty awesome tool. So let's hop into Mechanism. I'm in the crafter, ain't I? Need to be over here. And we should be able to just place this in. Mechanism. Do-do. Bam. And of course, we can charge this inside of our battery over here. Let's go ahead and throw that in here. And that's going to fill up. That holds 400,000 RF. Not bad. Not too bad at all. The basic energy cube only charges things so fast. The higher tier you go up, of course, the more energy that can be sent. But just to show you as an example, I think we need to figure out the key for it. Oh, no, you just hold shift and you can change. You can see we have slow mode, normal mode, slow mode, fast mode, vein, and extended vein mining. So let's test out all of these different options. Not to mention, by the way, that this is actually a pretty powerful weapon in its own right. It does quite a bit of damage. All right, let's test this out. So this is off. It won't let you break anything in its off mode. So let's go ahead and start off with normal. This is his normal mining speed. You know, it's about the same as like a kind of a nice diamond pickaxe. Yep, see, it just one-shot that mob, by the way. Let's go ahead and set it to slow. This slows it down. Set it to fast. Yeah. It's as if we have more than haste. This is on vein mine. I don't know why it's not working. That's not the case. Let's try the extended vein mine. There we go. Because I thought the vein mine was supposed to do similar stuff to this. Basically, it mines the same material that it is existing in the world. So maybe that's why. Because we haven't found any like ore that we can use to actually vein mine. But that's kind of a neat feature too. That's actually really worth it. So like right here. Oh, it should have just mined that, but it didn't. You would think. Nope, it's not vein mining that. Would like to test maybe some coal? Yeah, there it goes. Okay, so it's got to be maybe an ore that it recognizes. But you can see it just definitely vein mined all that. So if this is something you're looking for a vein mine tool, get into this. Because that's going to help you out tremendously. So as always, I want to give a huge shout out to actually one of my newer Patreons. I can't just leave out my new Patreon. So thanks so much, by the way, to Xavier Vamos. I hope I said that right. Thank you so much. Hit that up with some blue dye. Look how good that is. And man, just want to say a huge thank you to all of the new Patreons, by the way. I wish I could honestly just put a sign everywhere for all of you guys. That would be insane. We'd have so many signs all over the place. But I do like to do this at the end of the video. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I hope you learned something about Xnet, as I know it seems kind of confusing sometimes and can seem kind of complicated and daunting, but in this pack, it's actually extremely powerful, as it is definitely the best logistical / redstone / power / fluids transfer method in this pack. So, as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Please sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also ring that notification bell so you guys can stay notified. I also stream over on Twitch, so be sure to follow me over there, and give this video a huge thumbs up. Guys, I'll see you in the next one, and as always, thanks for watching.